right, Dad, welcome to your first yoga class. Grab a comfortable seat. However, if you want to sit in the leather chair, if you want to find a harder chair, you can always pause the video and go get that chair and come right back and join me. As we get started, we want to make sure that your feet are on the ground and that you're comfortably seated so that you can tilt your hip bones up so that you're sitting up nice and tall. So instead of sitting back into the seat, trying to find that long spine stacked right on top of your pelvis. First thing we're going to do is just take a second to kind of breathe and relax into this moment. You might have a couple of nerves since this is your first yoga class, but also it's going to be a great tool to help when we're actually doing the stretches. So just palms down to the knees, close your eyes for a minute, take a deep breath in like you're pulling energy up. And then exhale it down, feel your shoulders soften. Inhale, big breath. Exhale, soften the shoulders. One more, last one, big full breath in. Exhale it out. Drop your right ear to your right shoulder for a moment. So as we move through these stretches, it's not about trying to get to some place. It's about finding that edge of resistance and just breathing there for a moment, trying to encourage it to soften. So I'm not trying to yank my neck over to the side. I feel that resistance and I'm just going to start to breathe there. And then we'll inhale, come back through center when you're ready. And then exhale to the other side. And we'll do this one more round. So you kind of notice I definitely have a tighter side on this side. You'll notice that there's resistance when you first land in the stretch. So slow the breath down as you land into it and try to find this ease in that muscle area that you're feeling the sensation. Inhale brings the head back through center, long and tall, and then we'll move over to the other side. Same thing. So this is just kind of waking up our neck and our shoulders. And we'll come back to center. And over to the other side, long breath. Finding ease in that neck. And then inhale will bring us back up to center. So now we're going to start to get into the hips, and that's why I kind of talked to you about that tall seat, and I'll show you from the side here. Just going to begin to fold forward. So I don't really know your range of motion, so I'll start to walk you a little bit. We'll bring our hands or our forearms down to our knees, and if you're already starting to feel a stretch there, please stay there. You can even rest your forearms on a couch pillow, and you want to think about lengthening the tailbone down and relaxing through this mid to low back area. If you're going to stay here, then begin to soften the top of the head, and as soon as I start to do that, I definitely feel more into my low back, so I'm not trying to hurry up and get there. I'm slowly checking it out and then breathing deep. If you got a little bit more space, you're more than welcome to come on down to a fold. Again, releasing and relaxing the back of the neck. I know I hold a lot of tension here, so as I've landed here, I'm encouraging this openness to the upper back and the upper body. We're gonna take about 5 more breaths, so it doesn't matter where you've landed, just encourage that softening and opening of the low back. Don't go past your pain threshold, because then your body starts to fight against it. About 3 more breaths. Now, think about picking your belly button up and then begin to sit back up nice and tall. So it's about pulling in that muscle to protect the spine as we move through transition. And I use that a lot in my yoga classes so that we develop the front core so it protects the back core. So moving on, we only got 2 more exercises, so you're already halfway there. We're gonna take a little twist, starting to take our right hand behind us. So maybe this is to the arm of the chair, and then our left hand to our right knee. Maybe start to sit up and look back and try to make the twist happen from the lower spine, and then maybe the neck and the head can follow, but it's not as important as getting the twist from the low belly. Pull in, breathe out. So our breathing gets constricted in these twists, so it's not about forcing it, it's just about finding that space where you're like, oh, I can't go any further, and then just breathing a little bit deeper. Pull that belly button in towards the spine and then come back through center. Pause for a moment, let everything kind of settle. And then we'll head over to the other side. So left hand reaches for that outside of your hip or the chair, right hand to that knee, and then sit up tall and begin to twist as you exhale. So you may notice that one side, for me, it definitely is tighter than the other. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's just about finding the balance by doing these stretches. Inhale, bring the belly in, come back through center. Yes, ma'am. Cut, uncut. Coming back to center, we start to take another one of those forward folds. So remember, not to have the low back kind of sunk back into the chair, but lift up because we're trying to lengthen out these muscles. Shift forward to where you can't go any further, and then start to soften the shoulders, soften the head and the neck, and begin to land in a place. So again, like I said earlier, you can always rest on a pillow here. You don't have to have the forearms all the way down to the thighs. If you want to go deeper, you can come on down to the ground, but it's not about forcing it. Very important, because if you force it, your body's going to hate it, and then it's going to kind of resist against it, and then you're going to feel pretty crappy tomorrow. You got about 5 more breaths in this fold. Can I finish the video first and then we paint? Five more minutes? Second cut, you keep breathing right here. Feeling some length in the spine, definitely down in that low back. Notice if your natural habit is to like push your belly out. See if you can kind of maybe think about lifting the belly button towards the spine. That changes the stretch for me in my low back. I feel it a little bit deeper, but it's also going to help protect our low spine in the long run. And then we'll come all the way back up to this nice tall seat. Pause for a moment in that stillness. And our final stretch for today is one we've already done. It's that seated pigeon. So let's start with the right leg. Let's cross it up and over. I know this is the tighter side, so just find it wherever it lands, okay? Hands to your knees or hands to the side of the chair, and we're not pushing, right? Trying to think about sitting taller. Take a deep breath in and out. Can you help me breathe with Pops? Take a big breath in and out. Deep breath in, and just think about it kind of softening and loosening up, because your immediate response to it is, oh shit, it hurts, right? So have that thought and then shift back into the slow breath and just focus on the inhale. Mama. And focus on the exhale. You got about 30 more seconds. You're almost there. Yes, ma'am. Can I finish this? Every time I've stopped, I've came and helped you, and you've always wanted something else. So can I please finish this, you beautiful, beautiful peanut? You have a paintbrush and paint. Almost there. That's a good distraction, right? See if you can relax into that right hip. Take a deep, 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 deep breath in, like fill up. And then exhale it out of your mouth. Gently unwind this leg. So nothing fast, right? Take a moment. Plant both feet on the ground and then just alternate tap the legs. I know it seems silly, but it's good for the brain. It's good for the nervous system. And then we'll switch over to the other side. Maybe Delaney can help me with this one. So this one is your more open side. That's awesome. So I'm gonna sit up here. Maybe the hands rest on the knee, maybe the hands rest on the chair. Try to have that long spine in the low back as you sit. And just deepen the breath. last few breaths here. Relax, sit down. You see it? Yeah, there's a butterfly. And then slowly start to unwind that leg. Plant that foot. Give the legs a little tap, 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 tap. And you're done for the day. Hopefully this video will help, and I can add on and give you other ones to try as well. You just let me know how it goes. Delaney, can you say namaste to Pops? Namaste. Namaste.